How's it going, everybody? My name's Ryan. Welcome back to your Daily Nerd Devo. So as I've been on this journey of trying to get back into the world of Pokemon through the main series games and playing things on the Switch, I have gotten into a bit of a nostalgia kick at the same time. Both with picking up Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which is the remake of Gen 4's Pokemon Diamond, one of, if not my favorite Pokemon games ever, and probably my favorite generation of Pokemon ever. I love Gen 4. But also with getting Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. The Advance Wars games are from the Game Boy Advance and are a series of games I very much love and have a lot of nostalgia for. Both of these games I went into, these sets of games, with a lot of nostalgia, a lot of expectations, because I put a lot of time into the originals. I won't call my surprise with what I got out of both so far pleasant. No, mostly my issues with both are graphical. Not that the graphical choices they made with the remakes were wrong, just not my preference. Really, that's not that big a deal. But it was a little disappointing. So far the gameplay's been exactly the same for both, and that's really what you're there for. It just wasn't exactly what I expected. It wasn't the result I thought I would get from the experience I was going to have. No, I'm still going to play both. Don't get me wrong, I'm already planned out the full 6 Pokemon team for my Brilliant Diamond game. It really only took me 2 or 3 minutes. I'm very particular about that series and know more or less exactly what team I want to build. In Acts chapter 3, we'll start in verse 1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. And a certain man, lame from his mother's womb, was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple, who seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. And Peter, fastening his eyes upon him with John, said, Look on us. And he gave heed to them, expecting to receive something of them. Then Peter said, Silver and gold I have none, but such as I have give I thee. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand, and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. And he, leaping up, stood, and walked, and entered with him into the temple, walking and leaping, and praising God. And all the people saw him walking and praising God. And they knew it was he which sat for alms at the beautiful gate of the temple, and they were filled with wonder and amazement at that which had happened unto him. The man went into another day with the expectation of the same experience he always had. I'm in no way comparing what that man was dealing with or doing with me playing games on a Switch. That's not at all what I'm doing. My point is that just because we don't get the result we expect from something doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean that in the long run it's not positive for us. The man was told almost immediately that no, he wasn't going to be getting money, but what he then immediately received was his complete healing. Something I'm sure he had dreamed of, prayed of, hoped for, but never expected. At least not expected like that. Expected instead of the simple handout he was looking for. Our situations, our opportunities don't always pan out the way we think they are, the way we think they should. But that doesn't mean they're not positive. That doesn't mean there's not opportunities both for God to work in our lives and God to work in the lives of others through us, in spite of how things go, because he knows how they're going to go, and he knows how and when he's going to work. We just have to follow him along. That's all the time we have for today. If you want to hear more Daily Nerd Devos every single weekday, subscribe to the podcast. Come hang out with us on the Facebook page of the Nerd of God Squad. I'm Ryan for the Daily Nerd Devo, and until next time, let me know what you think I should include in my Brilliant Diamond Pokemon team. I do have one slot, and it feels a little flexible.